Good morning. Good morning. I thought we might, if you have a bolster, grab a bolster this morning. If you don't have a bolster, feel free to grab a pillow or some cushions or even a blanket that you can roll up. And I thought we might start off this morning in Supta Baddha Konasana, lying over the bolster. So soles of the feet together, knees out wide with your spine resting on the bolster. If you don't want to do this, that's absolutely fine. If you don't want to use a bolster, you can just come into a semi-supine position. So we're going to start off lying down. Of course, if you want to stay seated, that's absolutely fine. But otherwise, either Supta Baddha Konasana or semi-supine position. So just lying on your back with the feet stepped up close to the buttocks. So just take these first few moments to arrive, to gather what you need for your practice this morning, to settle into your chosen start position. And then you might like to sigh the breath away 2 or 3 times as you arrive, as you land in this moment. Just becoming aware of how you are feeling this morning and reminding yourself that all is welcome here. All is welcome here. Please give yourself permission to accept yourself just as you are, with love and tenderness. All is welcome here. Taking some time now to fully inhabit your body in whatever state you find yourself in, checking in with your body, noticing any places where you are not at ease, and seeing if you can invite yourself to relax more and more into the peacefulness of this moment. All is welcome here. Recently, I went over some of the learnings I acquired from a course that I did with the mystic scholar Mirabai Starr a couple of years ago, titled Female Mystics. And I thought this might be our focus for this morning, because what she spoke about feels very relevant at this time. During one session, Mirabai spoke of the importance of self-care, filling our own cups and connecting with the love that is available within us always. She said that rather than moving about in the world as broken human beings, limping along, we can focus on true well-being, not pretending or denying or spiritual bypassing, but being well rested, getting enough sleep, doing fun things, building resilience, nourishing ourselves. Interestingly, she also said that every time we go into the space of self-care and well-being, we are disrupting the patriarchy. Mirabai also spoke of calling on the divine wisdom, feminine beings to help hold and guide and strengthen us so that we can make an effort to be a source of strength and comfort to others. The beautiful white Tara in the tanka behind me on the wall here is one such being. She's considered the mother of all the Buddhas. And it's said that Tara came into being when the Buddha gazed upon the world and wept at the suffering he saw. Tara is said to have sprung out of the purity of his tears. So in this morning's practice, I invite you to call upon some form of the divine feminine, sacred feminine, a feminine wisdom being to support you, to strengthen you, to give you hope, give you faith. It might be Tara or Kuan Yin, or it might be one of the Hindu goddesses like Kali or Durga, or it might be Mother Mary or Julian of Norwich or Mary Magdalene, or it might be a human you have known in your lifetime who embodies the divine feminine, a teacher, a healer, a favourite aunt, or beloved friend. Invite some image of the divine feminine to practice with you this morning and to encourage you to keep showing up with your heart. Visualize them practicing next to you, perhaps even holding your hand on occasion, encouraging you on, cheering you on. So now if you are over the bolster, I'm going to invite you to slowly roll to one side and come to lie down on your mat. And we're all going to bring the knees in towards the chest and have a little gentle rock from side to side. To incorporate a little bit of humming this morning into our practice, allowing it to be a very sweet, soothing, healing sound. So when you're ready, just coming back to center, come back into a semi-supine position. We're going to just bring the palms together, roar up the palms until they feel nice and hot. And then we'll place the palms over our heart center. Just feel that your head, neck and spine are in a straight line. Tuck the chin forward, press the lower back down. So let's exhale all breath. And then as we breathe in, just raising the arms up towards the sky, turning the palms to face up, and then we'll hum back to the heart. So 4 more of these, breathing in. Keep going, go at your own pace. And last one. Take a breath there. And then just bringing the hands down to your hips. So do a little bit of hip opening work. So bring the feet together, the knees together. Again, just press that lower back down. We'll take a deep breath in here. And as we exhale, just allowing the right knee to fall out to the side. Just keep the left knee pointing straight up towards the sky. Relax your shoulders. And then on the next inhalation, bring that right knee back to center. And as you exhale, let the left knee fall out to the side. Keep the right knee pointing straight up. Good. Breathe that left knee back to center. Press the lower back down, and then both knees falling out to the side. Inhale, draw the knees back together. And again, right knee falls out to the side. Get that chin tucking forward. Inhale, lift the knee. And exhale, lower the left knee. Breathe that left knee back to center. And again, both knees fall out to the side. Lift the knees. Let's do one more round. So right knee falling out. Really try to let it relax there, let it go. Lifting it up. And left knee. Lifting it up. And both knees. Draw the knees back to center. Bring them in towards the chest. Give yourselves a little hug, perhaps lifting your head towards the knees. And then lower the head, lower your feet. Feet are hip width apart, taking the arms now out to shoulder height. We're going to work with a gentle flowing twist. So nice, long, smooth inhalation. And lowering the knees over to the right side. So knees are wide apart here. Perhaps turning the head to look towards the left. Breathe yourself back to center. Knees to the left, head may turn to the right. Inhale. So again, work at your own pace with your own breath. Knees to the right, head may turn to the left. Inhale. And exhale. One more to each side. And then coming back to center, pausing, and bring your feet and knees back together. So continuing with the twist, but a little bit stronger now. So nice deep breath in. And lowering both knees over to the right. Trying to relax that left shoulder down. Head may turn to the left here. Breathe yourself back to center. Knees to the left, head may turn to the right. Inhale. So two more to each side. finish again, returning to center, little pause. Now we're going to do one more with the option this time of bringing the feet into the air. If this is a bit strong, just work with one of the first two variations. So long, smooth inhalation. And lowering the knees to the right. Again, watch that left shoulder, try to ground it down. Breathe yourself back to center. Knees to the left, head may turn to the right. Try to relax that right shoulder. So 2 more to each side. When you finish, return to center. Give yourselves a lovely hug. Again, you might lift your head towards your knees and then lower the head and stretch the legs out along the mat. Arms down along by your sides. Moving now into our dynamic leg lock pose. So on your next inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead, pointing the toes. And as you exhale, draw the right knee in, option to lift the head towards your knee. So 2 more of these. Inhale, stretch it out. And exhale, draw in. Last one. Now keep the head down this time. Drawing the right knee in, and we're going to hold on to that knee, point the left toes, and inhale, raise the left leg up, flex the foot, and lower. Inhaling, raise the leg, flex, and lower. Pointing, take the leg up. Now we're going to keep the leg in the air and just point and flex the foot a few times. And then circling. And reverse. Good. And then let's lower that left leg down. Now we're going to keep the right knee in, but just free the arms out to the side and a bit more hip work. So we're going to draw some imaginary circles in the air with this right knee. Keeping the left foot flexed, so we're not forgetting about that left leg. Soft face, relaxed mouth. Breath is calm. Your breath is soothing and reversing. Good. And then bring the knee back to center. Just place the foot down close to the buttock on the mat. Bring the left leg up, ankle onto your right thigh. So you can either stay here, placing the left hand on the inner edge of the left knee, or we're lifting that right foot up and interlacing the fingers underneath that right knee, just drawing that knee in towards the chest, holding, breathing. And then gently release the legs, stretch them both out, give them a little bit of a shake, sigh the breath away. And we'll do that same sequence on the other side now. So inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, point your toes. And exhale, draw the left knee in, option to lift the head. Breathing in, stretch the left leg away, arms overhead. And exhale. And last one. Keeping the head down this time. Holding onto the knee, point your right toes. Inhale, let's raise the right leg up. Flex the foot. And lower. 2 more. Good. And then point and flex the right foot. And then circling the foot. And reversing. Good. And then lowering the right foot down. Keep the left knee in the air, but just free the arms. And now making some nice slow circles with this left knee. Good. And reversing. And come back to center. Place the left foot down. Bring that right ankle onto the left thigh. Either left hand on the inner edge of the right knee or interlacing your fingers underneath that left knee, drawing the left knee in towards the chest. And breathe. Good. And gently release. Just have the feet stepped up close to the buttocks in a semi-supine position. Take a breath here. Sigh it away. All right, let's prepare now to work with some bridge. So placing the palms down alongside your hips, a little bit pigeon-toed with your feet. Again, checking that your head, neck and spine are in a straight line. Tuck the chin forward, and then on your next inhale, slowly starting to lift the back away from the mat, pressing into the feet, the palms of the hands, back of the head. And as you exhale, rolling back down. Inhaling, lifting up. And exhale, rolling down. Continuing at your own pace now, breathing in. Perhaps lifting a little bit higher each time. As the back warms. Good. Let's do a couple more. And you might like to hold this last one. If not, that's fine, just come down. If you're holding, you might like to just lift the forearms up so that your fingers are pointing up towards the sky. Palms are facing each other. So you're pressing into your elbows and the upper arms, holding, squeezing the inner knees towards each other. Letting the breath flow. Good. And then very slowly rolling back down. Bring the knees into the chest. Lovely hug. And let's rock from side to side. See if you can rock right over to your elbow. And then use the elbow to help push you back to center and to the other side. Good. And then let's roll over to one side. We're going to come into extended child. Once you come into position, find your breath, long, smooth inhalation, and long, smooth exhalation. Okay, let's go back to our humming now. In a moment, we'll move into cat and then back into child humming. And after we've done perhaps 5 of these, then we'll start to add down face dog pose if you'd like to, otherwise just keeping with working with cat and child. So let's exhale all breath. And then breathing in, coming up onto all fours. And humming back. Inhale, coming into cat.
Keep going. So now we're going to add down face dog pose if you'd like to. So humming into dog. Let's stay here for one breath. No humming. And then lowering the knees and humming into child. So we'll do 2 more of these. Inhale, cat, tuck your toes if you're moving into dog and humming. Stay a breath here. And humming into child. Last one. Take a resting breath. Coming up onto your knees, and let's step the left leg forward and just do a little bit of a lunge. So hands can go onto the left thigh, draw the shoulders back, breathe in, and then coming forward as we breathe out. So inhale back to center and exhale forward. And last one. Good, and an option to keep the hands where they are or to free the arms and raise the arms above the head, hands shoulder width apart, just looking forward this morning, sinking your hips down towards the floor as you stretch the top half of the body up towards the sky. Good, and then come back to center. Oops. Release the left leg and we'll take the right leg forward, hands onto the thigh. Deep breath in and lunging forward. Back to center and forward. Back to center and forward, and holding again, option to free the arms and raise the arms up. And release the hands down, back to center, and release the leg back into child pose. Just take a couple of breaths. All right, let's come up onto all fours. You can have your knees together and just a bit of a stretch for the calf. So taking the right leg back, tuck the toes under, and let's hold this stretch. Fingers spread wide, your wrists are directly under your shoulders. Good, and then lower the right knee down, take the left leg back. Good, and then lower the left knee. Now, option to repeat the calf stretch or to come into plank. So your choice. Any shoulder or wrist issues, just do the calf stretch. And if you're really low in energy, just do this. Otherwise, we can come into plank and we're holding plank. You decide how long you'd like to hold plank. When you've had enough, you're going to push back into down face dog pose. And just hold dog. And we're going to do plank twice. So you have a little bit of a resting dog and then you can come forward into plank for a second time. Otherwise, you're just working with that gentle calf stretch. Continuing to be aware of that divine feminine being next to you on your mat. Breathing with you, encouraging you on, lending you a hand. But also encouraging you to soften, to stay calm, to work in a way that is soothing for you, that is nourishing. So not pushing yourself, not forcing, not straining. Balancing effort with surrender, with softness. So you're doing plank for the second time, you're coming forward, you're holding, opening the back of the knees. If you've had enough of the calf stretch, you might just be back in child pose now for a couple of breaths. Had enough of the second plank, you can move back into dog for 2 or 3 breaths. And then we're all going to meet in child pose and have a little rest. All right, let's come to kneel and work with a few rounds of our kneeling salute. So either a low kneel or you might be up here if this is better for you. We're going to add our full prostration and star lift. So those couple of extra poses to this sequence this morning. So let's free the arms by our sides, nice tall spine. Exhale all breath. Then breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale, cat, tuck your toes, down face dog pose. Back into cat. Sliding on the floor, palms together, and take a resting breath here. Arms and legs wide and lift. And lower hands back alongside your chest. Breathe in, Cobra, Bhujangasana, and then back into child. Inhale, come up. So 2 more of these. Cat, down face upwards. Back into cat. And child. Sliding on the floor, palms together, take a breath. Arms and legs wide and lift. And lower hands back alongside your chest. Breathe in. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Arms and legs wide, lifting up. And lower hands back alongside your chest. And push back. Just rest the hands at the heart. Take a deep breath in and sigh it away. Release your hands and we're going to make our way up to stand. Just take your time. Hurry. Coming into Tadasana, mountain pose, so feet hip width apart. Spread your toes, resting the hands over the heart. I'd like to close the eyes for a moment as you settle into this new position, this new relationship to gravity. We're going to come back to our humming and work with 5 of these with an arm movement. So let's exhale all breath. And then breathing in as we raise the arms out to the side. And humming back. So 4 more. Inhale. Last one. Take a breath here. And then just keep one hand on the heart. Take the other hand to the back of the body like this. And we're just going to crisscross the arms. So you can get this really slow, or you can speed it up, see what feels good for you. Just notice what's going on with the shoulders as you work with this. Good. See some of your arms swinging around. Very good. All right, let's release. Let's get the arms a shape. And I'm going to do everyone's favourite now. So the arms are above the head. One arm goes forward and the other arm back. A little bob. So you can keep this slow, or we can speed it up. If you lose track, just take the arms up, pause and start again. So one arm forward, the other arm back. Good. And then come to pause. And now we do the opposite. So opposite arm forward. And you can keep it really slow, or you can speed it up. And release, and we'll do a little bit of bouncing. So feet stay hip width, little bend in the legs, and just starting to bounce. And shake, flick the fingers. Good, and then just slowing that down. Take a deep breath in, sigh away. Let's inhale, raise the arms up overhead, bringing your fingertips to touch. A little pause, press down through the feet, and then exhale, lowering the arms down. So we're linking our movement with our breath. So long, smooth inhalation. Fingertips touch. And long, smooth exhalation. If you'd like to challenge yourself a little bit, come up onto your tiptoes. So adding a balance, fingertips touch. And lowering the heels, lowering your arms. A couple more. Listening to your breath. Good, now keep the heels down. Inhale, raise the arms up. Fingertips touch. Exhale, swan dive forward, and we're going to interlace the fingers on the lower back. Inhale, lift up halfway. See if you can lift your arms away a little bit. And then exhale,
Lower down, release your hands down to your shins or to the feet or to the floor. Lift up halfway again and lower down. Reverse swan dive, coming all the way up. And hands down through the center. So let's do 2 more of these. So breathing in, fingertips touch. Swan dive forward. Now, option to keep the fingers interlaced on the lower back and do what we did first. Or this time as you lift up halfway, take the arms out to shoulder height. And then exhale, hands to your shins or to the floor. Lift up halfway and lower. Reverse swan dive, coming all the way up. And hands down through the center. 1 more. Fingertips touch. Swan dive forward. Interlace your fingers on the back. So either keep them interlaced as you lift up halfway or arms out to shoulder height. Exhale, lower all the way down. Lift up halfway and fold. Reverse swan dive all the way up. And now bring your hands to your heart and take a breath. Going straight into circle of joy now. So inhale, interlace your fingers, elbows lift. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, arms above the head. And exhale, interlacing the fingers behind the body. Breathe into the heart and lift the arms up. Inhale, bring the palms back to touch. And exhale. So again. This time we'll add a lateral stretch here, so leaning over to the left side. Back to center. To the other side. To center. Bring the arms down. Interlace your fingers. Breathe into the heart. And lift your arms. Last one. To the left. Back to center. To the right. Back to center. Lower the arms. Interlace your fingers. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift your arms. Inhale. And exhale. And take a breath. All right, one more standing pose. We're going to do a wide-legged forward fold. So outer edges of the feet parallel. You can either take the hands onto the buttocks and just slide the hands down the legs, or interlace your fingers. So we'll breathe in, we'll look up first. And then as we exhale, see if we can come down with a flat back. Legs can be bent if that's best for you this morning. Perhaps lifting the arms up and over the head or sliding the hands down the legs.
Very slowly and safely. So any lower back issues, just keep the legs bent as you come up. Coming all the way up, lifting the arms up overhead, palms together. And bring your hands down through the center. All right, release the legs, give them a bit of a shake. If you've got your bolster or pillows or cushions, we're going to grab those now and work with supported fish. So if you don't want to do this, you might come back and work with bridge again or just have a rest. So across the top of the mat, you've got a bolster or some cushions. And then we are lying ourselves back. Remember, any neck issues, give yourself a bit of support at the back of the head. Arms maybe overhead or on the body, down alongside the body, wherever's comfortable for your shoulders. I'm going to try and stay here for about 4 or 5 minutes this morning. But of course, feel free to come out early if need be. Legs are straight, or you might bring them back into Supta Baddha Konasana. How we started, soles of the feet together, knees out wide. And you might like to say to yourselves a few times as you rest here, may I learn to look at myself with the eyes of understanding and love. May I learn to look at myself with the eyes of understanding and love. Sometimes we might struggle to do this. We might struggle to feel love for ourselves or struggle to keep going in life. When I did the course with Mirabai, she suggested that at times like these, when we don't feel we can keep going, when we've hit the wall, that we stop, we surrender, and we remember that we can turn to the divine feminine, some form of the divine mother to help us. We can let her take the lead. Think of it as a partnership. So we can ask for her help with words like, I can't do this on my own. Please help me. You need to do this for me. I can't do this on my own. Please help Notice where your attention is being drawn. Whether you're staying present or drifting off into the past or the future. If you have drifted off, just gently guiding your awareness back to the here and now. Watching the breath, listening to the breath. Aware of all of the sensations in your body, the obvious ones as well as the not so obvious. I'm also aware of that divine feminine being sitting or lying next to you on your mat, supporting you, cheering you on. So just another minute here. And over the next 2 or 3 breaths, if your arms are overhead, releasing them down alongside you and just carefully rolling to one side. Push any support, bolsters, cushions out from underneath you. Lie back down on your mat, bringing the knees into the chest. Cross your legs at the ankles, a hand on each knee, and let's make some little circles on the floor with your lower back. Back to center, cross the legs the other way, circling the opposite direction. And come back to center. Stretch the legs away, have your arms down alongside you, and just stretch through the body before we come to lie for Shavasana. And we'll add our hummings. We'll do 3 of these. On the next inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, point your toes, and humming the arms back down. 2 more. Sigh the breath away. And sitting yourself up now for Shavasana.
Grab what you need to be comfortable, to be warm.
Your glasses, just popping those to one side. You might like to cover the eyes.
So as you lie down,
Again, notice how you are feeling. And you might like to say to yourselves, all is welcome here. All is welcome here. Please give yourself permission to accept yourself as you are, with love and tenderness. Now, in this quiet space, I invite you to once again visualize a beloved feminine being, a wisdom being, sitting next to you now, a basket in their lap, gazing upon you with unconditional love. Not the kind of unconditional love that implies that you've done something wrong and she loves you anyway. No. Unconditional love meaning she adores you, not in spite of anything, but because of everything you are. As you lie before her, this divine feminine being offers you the invitation to unburden your heart, to lay down one particular stone, one burden that you carry in your heart. So take a moment to identify one particular thing that is burdening you right now and offer it to her. Visualize yourself now laying this stone, this burden in her basket. This feminine wisdom being will take it and she will transmute it. Like compost, what you offer to her will become the nutrients for new life. Allow yourself to unburden your heart and speak what's on your mind. Lay down this burden. Lay down this burden that you bear, or however you envision this unburdening. Place it in her basket or place it at her feet. Gratefully offer it to her. Share your pain with this divine being and know that she will gratefully receive it. Do this now. Use your sacred imagination. Unburden your heart. When you have completed your offering, thank this divine feminine wisdom being and know that she will continue to be here for her as you journey forth. You just need to remember to call out to her, ask for her support, her love. Now very, very gently start to deepen the breath. Bring a little bit of movement into your fingers and toes. I'd like to have a bit of a stretch, do what feels good. And then quietly rolling over to one side and making your way up into a comfortable seated position. Let's take our arms out to the side. Deep breath in. Chanting Om down to the heart. Om. Namaste. Thank you. Enjoy this beautiful sunny warm day in March. Amazing. Thanks so much. Love to you all and see you again soon. Bye.